Akhenaten, a name once erased from every stele, temple, and royal lineage, has become one of the strangest and most enigmatic figures ever to emerge from ancient Egyptian history. Born as Amenhotep IV, he was the son of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, a mighty ruler who brought Egypt to the height of power, wealth, and cultural brilliance. But from a young age, Akhenaten was unlike any other royal child. He was reclusive, rarely seen in public, and, according to many ancient records, seemed physically unusual. A tall, slender body, an elongated face, thick lips, and eyes veiled with a distant, melancholic gaze. While other princes were trained to be warriors and rulers, he seemed absorbed in philosophy, rituals, music, and questions about the cosmos. Perhaps from the very beginning, fate did not choose him to uphold order, but to challenge it. When his father passed away, Amenhotep IV officially ascended the throne around 1353 BC, yet just a few years into his reign, he did something no pharaoh had dared in thousands of years. He declared the rejection of Egypt's traditional deities, especially Amun, the supreme god revered across the land. In place of the old pantheon, he devoted himself entirely to a single divine force, Aten, the radiant sun disk that illuminated all life. Unlike Oi or other sun gods who were personified in human form, Aten had no face, no shape, just a glowing disk from which hands extended on rays of light. It was a concept too abstract, too radical for its time, as if he wasn't just changing religion, but changing the very way humanity thought about divinity. From then on, Amenhotep IV renamed himself Akhenaten, meaning servant of Aten. He began dismantling the temples of Amun, ordering Amun's name to be erased from steles, temple walls, and religious texts. Traditional festivals were abolished, and the powerful priesthood, wealthy and deeply entrenched, was stripped of its privileges to sever ties completely with the old order in Thebes. Akhenaten ordered the construction of a brand new capital city, Akhenaten, meaning horizon of Aten, on a remote stretch of desert that we now call Amarna. In a short time, a radiant city rose from the sands, temples without roofs, so that the sunlight could fall directly upon the altars, palaces with walls engraved with scenes of the king and Aten. In everyday life, an artistic style unlike anything previously seen in Egypt. Akhenaten was not alone in his revolution. At his side was Nefertiti, his stunning queen, a spiritual and political partner, often depicted beside him in religious rituals and even in sacred reliefs. Many carvings show them with their children in warm, intimate family settings under the rays of Aten, a rare departure from the formal and austere imagery typical of Egyptian royal art. In Akhenaten, art was liberated. The pharaoh was no longer portrayed as a flawless, godlike warrior king, but in a bizarre, sometimes distorted form, elongated head, protruding chest,